them to go. I want all of them to go. I don't give a damn if they walk out their house and walk in the street. I hope a Big Mac truck come by and knock their ass out. Same thing with Red Supreme. Since he's a gangbanger, I wish he'd walk out his house one day and then load his ass up. I wish O'Shea Duke Jackson like to be in Africa. I hope they attack his ass over there in Africa. I don't feel no sympathy. I'm celebrating. I don't give a fuck. And y'all need to celebrate too. Whenever black women lose their lives, these niggas be on YouTube celebrating it, laughing, thinking it's a joke. It ain't no rest in peace for David Carroll, bitch. It's rest in pit. May you burn in hell, you coward ass nigga.
Okay, so the person that you listened to just now, her name is Madam Cara. I just found out that David Carroll died. I never liked him. I talked about him and said that he wasn't really doing right on here. He was always talking about black women in the most negative way. Like I said, critiquing somebody and holding them accountable for certain things, okay, because there ain't anybody on the black male side or the black female side that is innocent of every single thing. We've done dirt on each other. And for the ones that ain't doing dirt no more and doing better, that's good for you. But I'll never celebrate anybody's death unless it's a really, really hateful person. So I guess maybe that's why this woman is celebrating, because she's seen David Carroll as somebody that's very hateful. And I can say the same, that he never came off as somebody that looked like he was crazy about black females at all. He was always saying something negative about them. So I can understand this woman's anger. But I'm not celebrating nobody's death. As fucked up as Tommy Sotomayor is, I'm not going to celebrate his death. As fucked up as Cynthia G is, I'm not going to celebrate her death if something happened to her. I actually made a video about a man who had threatened her life. And I don't even like Cynthia G, but I made a video about that. But you see, she's on here talking about she wants Red Supreme to die. She wants O'Shea Duke Jackson to die. I'm not subscribed to those guys, but I've heard of them. I've come across Red Supreme's channel before. I've seen O'Shea Duke Jackson for years on here, okay? He was talking the most filthy shit about black women, and he also linked up with a couple of black women who are black male haters like Paris Milan. So I know of them, but I'm not. I think I actually did subscribe to him, but I unsubbed. I'm not even sure, but I remember his name, O'Shea Duke Jackson. So this is what's going on in black YouTube. You got black women that are celebrating and saying they hope that these men die. But if you get on your channel and say that you hope that this black woman dies and this and that, YouTube is going to get rid of you. I'm going to tell you like this, as a voice of reason, we shouldn't be celebrating black people's death at all. If you want to celebrate it, you should do it in your own private time. Don't do it in public. But then again, these women can get away with doing this because YouTube is not getting rid of them. And like I said, I'm not defending David Carroll because David Carroll wasn't really a good person as far as I'm concerned. I know the manosphere probably loves him because they talk the same thing like him. But there are some black men out here that unfortunately do celebrate black women dying. I've done videos where black women have lost their lives to white men. And some of these black men come on here and say, yay. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I have to delete their comment because why are you celebrating the death of a black woman? I can't stand swirlers. I can't stand swirlers. I can't stand bedbugs, okay? People that literally go outside their community and look for other people in other communities to be with, thinking that things are going to be better, things are going to be different, and they're not going to be different. They're going to be worse. You fool yourself and think they're going to be better, but they're not. But you celebrate this shit. You have black women that celebrate other black women getting with white men. It is fucking abnormal and ridiculous. And it's sad, pathetic, disgusting. Okay? But I'm not going to celebrate the death of anybody here. There are people I don't like and I would not even wish for their death. Okay? I just wish they would shut the fuck up and go away. But of course that's not going to happen because it's YouTube. YouTube is the final say of what happens to these people. But there are people on here spreading hatred and talking about this and that, talking about aborting black babies. There are a lot of black women that are listening to this shit, and they're picking up on these talking points from these hateful black females, and they're talking the same way. And black men that are doing the same thing when they listen to these hateful black men who can't stand black women. And you ought to be ashamed of yourselves for celebrating the death of any black person at all. But then again, we got people that have celebrated the death of coons on here, so I can understand that as well. But to me, I'm just not one of those black people that would do some shit like that. I can't. It's not in me to do it. And if I don't like you, I'll celebrate offline and in private to say, yes, I'm glad that person is gone, because that person wasn't contribute shit to us. That person was doing nothing but trying to separate us and make us hate each other. But all of you out there that are on YouTube, that are in the black community, black men and black women that are hating each other, you're fucking retarded. You're dumb. You're dumb as fuck. You're doing the devil's work, and your kids are going to grow up hating the opposite sex as well. That's all it's going to be. But don't listen to me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, I'm the person that actually gives a fuck about black people and cares about us being together. And I know all of us can't be together because some of us are just destructive by nature. Some of us don't need to be in relationships with each other because our relationships will be toxic. I understand that. But as far as it goes, I love black females. But I'm not going to have no black female talking shit about me and saying that all black men, black male babies should be aborted and that all black men should be killed by police. Because if you talk like that as a black woman, I don't give a fuck about you. And if you talk about black women in a negative way, I don't give a fuck about you as a black man. That's it. But yeah, a lot of women are celebrating the death of David Carroll, and they're wishing death upon other black manosphere guys. I don't fuck with the manosphere like that. Like I said, I've heard some of the videos because they be talking shit about Cynthia G and these other guys be on here talking shit about women and stuff like that. But any black man that wishes for the death of a black woman is fucking, he needs to have some mental he needs to have some mental intervention, because he needs help. And any black woman that wishes the death of a black man needs to have mental intervention as well. A lot of these women think that these white men are going to save them, and they go to these white men in droves. And I'm telling you like this, in 2022, you know, I don't give a fuck about these swirlers anymore. I ain't make a video about that girl who got killed. That young girl, I think she was a YouTuber, they said. She was 23. Went on a date with some white man. An older white man at that. I don't know how old he was, but he was older than her. And she wound up dead. I don't want to say I don't care, because I've done videos about this just to show that black men ain't the only ones killing black women. But they think that I'm jealous. They think that I'm, doing it out of spite. And I'm not doing it out of spite. I never celebrate the death of black females when they die. I've talked about black women, the black woman that was an activist that got killed. When she was at she was an activist. She got killed in 2020 during that George Floyd rally and shit. Like, I forgot her name, but the video of her is on my channel. And some black men didn't give a fuck, and I can see why some black women talk the way they talk. But there were other black men equally that came to my video and said that shit ain't right, and told those black men that they need to shut the fuck up, which they do. I don't know how any of you can celebrate the death of a black female or the death of a black man. It makes no fucking sense. But this is what black YouTube is. They get on each other, they talk shit about each other, they talk about each other's family. It just gets personal. But meanwhile, the people that you should be against, the people that are your true enemy, you ignore them, and you just say, oh, I'm going to fight with black people, because you're fucking cowards. You fight amongst each other. You don't fight your real enemy. The fucking cowards will never fight their real enemies. The cowards will only fight the people that are amongst themselves. And that's what a lot of black people on YouTube are. They run their fucking mouth like they're tough guys, but then when it comes to reality, they can't face reality. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about them because I don't want to lose my YouTube channel. You're fucking cowards. YouTube will let you stay up when you talk about each other. But once you start talking about the people that are really your fucking enemies, the ones that really want to do you wrong and do you in, that's when YouTube starts to notice you and you get your channel deleted. It happened to me. It happened to Chris Crazy House. He just lost his channel but has another backup channel. But a lot of you are fucking cowards. You say you're B1. B1 means you're black first. You're about everything black. Anybody who's not about black needs to get the fuck out of B1. Get the fuck out of, pretend that you're pro-black, because you're not. If you hate black women and you're a black man, you're not B1. If you hate black women, if you hate black women and you're a black man, if you hate black men and you're a black woman, vice versa. If you don't want to have black children, you're not B1. Okay? End of story. Come on here arguing with fucking black people all fucking day instead of talking about the enemy that is before you that has been killing our people all the time. Yes, we kill each other too, and we can talk about that. But you don't talk about the people who are your true enemy that want you dead, because you're fucking cowards. A lot of you are. And your channel stay up because you're nothing but drama. You're nothing but about drama with your own fucking people. You're not over here talking badly about those people. You're talking about how you should be with those people. You should make love to those people, have children with them, and they're your fucking enemies. But you want to have children with them and say they're the best men on earth. Fucking people are stupid, man. 2022, I don't give a fuck anymore. That's why I've been putting gameplay on my channel, because I just don't give a fuck. I just don't care. Too many goddamn cowards. My voice has always been the same on here, talking against white supremacy as well as black people who do us no wrong. I mean, who do us no right and do us wrong. Because those people who do us wrong don't need to be around us. We need to get away from those black people because they're going to do nothing but sabotage us. You don't want to talk about COINTELPRO. You don't want to talk about the people that are doing you wrong in your own community, as well as the people who are working with them behind the scenes. Okay? Cowards. Cowards get on here and talk about black women all the time. Cowards get on here and talk about black men all the time. Cowards get on here and talk about how they don't want to have black children anymore because they're black males. Those are cowardly things that black people do on this platform. That's what they do. You don't see them, they ignore stories where black women are getting killed by white men, but talk about black men killing black women all the time. Talk about black men ain't shit. Talk about black women ain't shit. But they're not talking about how the system is fucking you up. And of course, you can't blame white people for everything, but you want to. But you can't blame them for everything because a lot of you have to look in the mirror and blame yourselves. Because you fucking holding yourselves back too. But white supremacy is a real thing that affects black people, and we see it every fucking day, but you don't talk about it. You rather talk about other black people, what other black people are doing. Because you're fucking cowards, like I said.